thinking that if you've been doing online school for the past 2 years and then you're asked to go back to regular school, but they told you it was too late, so now you're still online school, but at least with Corona, no. It's normal to go to online school. Lucky for you, I've been doing online school for the past 2 years. I'm on my 3rd year right now, so I know kind of a few tips about it, and I decided to be a good human being and just tell the internet all about it. So I know that some of those tips are tips that you've heard a lot of time, but as we go further, I will give some tips that I think are important that you do not see everywhere. So let's get to it. So the first tip is to have a routine and stick to it. I know that's something that you've heard maybe a million times, but let me get to it. Create your own routine that works for you, that you did when you were going to regular school, so that now you stick to it, because if you completely change your routine, you're not gonna work this out. For example, when I was going to regular school, I would wake up at 6:30 every single day, wash my face every single day, apply makeup when I wanted to, and put some clothes on. When I switched to online school, I used to not wash my face, my hair was messy all the time, I was wearing PJs every day, and waking up later because yeah, you kind of do whatever you want. So for some reason, just going to bed at 2 just really sounds like a good idea at first, but then you realize that you're completely killing yourself and you'll wanna stop. The second tip, you've also heard it all the time, but it is to get ready for the day. I'm not saying put on a full glam makeup look, no. I mean, if you want to, that's completely okay, but what I mean by that is put some clothes on. Just don't wear your PJs. If you want to wear PJs, do it, but change into different PJs so that it's not the same. I feel like I'm more productive when I change my outfit, and for me, washing my face is also something that I used to not do. I would just wash my face when I would take a shower. I don't know, it just feels like I'm more ready and I did more if I do those simple steps. Another thing that you can do is wear your favorite shirts. We always have those shirts that we love and we're like, I'm not gonna wear it. I don't know, we kind of save that outfit for an occasion and it feels like it's stupid to wear it that time because nobody's gonna see you. But you know what? You dress for yourself, to feel confident for yourself, not for anybody else. So just wear the freaking outfit. I swear this is not a waste of a cool outfit that you love. It's something that will make you happy and more productive for the entire day. Another important thing is to learn to manage your time. For example, I have 10 different subjects. The first semester, from Monday to Friday, I have 2 subjects that I'm gonna do, and I always have one harder and one easier, so that way I'm not just like overwhelmed with work. That way it works for me. I found my way of managing my time in working every day, not working from 8 to midnight every day. So just find your schedule, you know. For example, for me, to-do lists are important because if I wrote down everything that I have to do, that way I'm not gonna miss anything, because believe it or not, just thinking that all those important dates that you've read, you're gonna remember them in your mind. That's not gonna work, okay? Been there, done that, it does not work. You're gonna forget them and you're just gonna be like, I had an assignment for tomorrow and I haven't done it. Oh no. Write them down, do to-do list, have an agenda and put all your important dates into them, because if you don't do this, you're gonna get crazy, you're gonna be overwhelmed. That's not pretty to watch, honestly. So I swear by to-do lists. I love them. I have so many different of them and it just makes my day easier. Every day I wake up and I know completely what I'm gonna do that day, so it's perfect to do a lot of things. I feel like if you don't manage your time, you don't know what you have to do and it takes you hours, when honestly you could just work for like 5 hours and do everything. So learn to have a schedule. I know that I'm not the only one, and I'm just gonna say it for myself and for you. Do not work on your bed. Work in a dedicated space for it. Do not work in your bed, because mentally, when you're in your bed, your mind sends signals to your little body, tell you, I'm in my bed, I am tired, I'm going to sleep. Just laying in bed and working does not work. I've been there, I've done that. I was tired all the time and I was not really learning. But when I'm at my little desk, I work better. Something that I really do every day is put a timer on when I'm working. Put a timer on each time you start working, because honestly, who says I'm gonna work and then scroll through Instagram for I don't know how many hours? I do that sometimes, but I've learned to realize that I'm working for myself and that I have nobody behind my back telling me to work. Now I put a timer on it. Each time I'm just gonna scroll on my phone, respond to a text or take a small break. I'm just stopping my timer so that each day I know how many hours I've worked, and I just put it in my calendar so that I can scroll through my weeks and realize which week I've worked more hours and others where I did not work that much, so that I can understand how much time it takes me first, and I can understand how many hours I have to work, because sometimes you work very much, you've worked 2 hours that day and you don't realize it because you've been scrolling through Instagram for so long that you've been staring at your desk for hours, but honestly, you've done nothing. Putting a timer on really helped me this day. Just go outside, okay? Just go freaking outside. That's something that I used to never do. I would never go outside, but I got a dog a year ago, so now I have to go. I'm just going on a walk, I'm going to forest, I'm going to the park, I'm just going somewhere. I realized that going on a walk for 10 minutes with my dog was more efficient than scrolling through my phone for an hour. I feel like my mind is completely elsewhere. When I'm overwhelmed, going on a walk really helps with that more than just watching a show for an hour. You have to stop going on your phone when you're working. Just, if you can, put your phone in another room, put it as far away as you can, and if you use it to work, put it on airplane mode, or don't look at it, don't respond to your text, because if you start like this, you won't be concentrating on what you're doing and it's not good. So lately what I've been doing is putting my phone on airplane mode for an hour, then I have a couple of minutes to see if I've got any text, then I just put it back on airplane mode. But honestly, I should just go put it in another room. Clearly that works way more. I also know that some apps allow you to block certain apps during an hour, 2 hours. You just decide. If you're having a really hard time doing it, just block those apps during your school time. Do it, because if you're not blocking them, you're gonna tell yourself only 5 minutes, and we all know that 5 minutes on social medias are very short and you don't see them. Another thing you can do, if you're lucky enough to have a library, working in some spaces just makes me work more, because people around me are doing the same thing. So when you're home alone, you're just gonna be staring at TV all day and being tired and lazy to work. But if you're in a space where other people are working, you're gonna work. So if you're able to go, do it. You'll have a steady body. Another thing that is really important is to give yourself some breaks. You're not gonna work for 5 hours straight. That does not work like that. I know that there is the Pomodoro method. Just find the method that works for you. If you work for 25 minutes and take a 5-minute break, or work for an hour and have 10-minute breaks, just find what works for you. Wake up earlier, because man, if you want, you can wake up at 10, at 11, at 12. But I recommend it? No. Honestly, we've all been there. We do it because we're so happy to be finally sleeping in, and I'm not telling you to wake up at 5 every day, because truthfully you're gonna be very tired and you're not gonna work as much. But I like starting to work at 8. I think it's a good time and I'm more productive in the morning. I know that we're all different, but for me that works that way. And find the moment of the day that you're the most productive and you use it 100%. I'd rather work very early in the entire morning and just be lazy and read the entire afternoon. That's a schedule that I really love. Make your damn bed. I used to never do it. I used to never make my bed, but now when I wake up, straight away I do my bed. That way I'm not gonna go back into my bed. It really took me years to finally make my bed, and you feel more productive, plus your room looks a lot better. You're not gonna go back in your bed, so that's a good thing. And the last tip I have is to not put pressure on yourself. It took me years to finally achieve the level that I'm at, to wake up early, work in the morning, know when to take a break, go out, make my bed, find my schedule, find how many hours I have to work each day. Just doing all those tips little by little, step by step, just really put me in this such positive and good workspace for me. And I know that we're all different, but just don't put pressure on yourself. You're gonna find yourself, you're gonna find what works for you. But I know that with Corona, we've all been doing online school, at least for a certain period of time, and some people are waking up very early, working out, having amazing breakfast, and some people are waking very late and they feel not productive because of that. But you can be productive and wake up late. You can do a lot of things during the night, for example, even though that's not the funniest schedule on earth. But don't put pressure on yourself seeing all those girls on the internet having an amazing schedule straight away, because I've been there, you know, watching shows at 2 a.m. and waking up very, very tired in the morning and being like, wow, now I can sleep more. I don't have to go to school every day, so let's sleep, you know. And then you realize that on the long term, that's not the most efficient way of working. So you're gonna find what works for you. Just let yourself have time and take a break, and everything's gonna be alright. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in another one. Bye!